All right, Coach Hales. It's still technically spring. The school's in, so I guess we'll still call this the spring football tour. But who says you can't go home? I think is the song that's out there. And who would have thought? I guess at the end of last year that I would be talking to you as the head football coach at Butler again. But Coach, here we are.
No doubt, no doubt. I mean, if anybody ever says never say never again, this is exactly what they're talking about.
Well, it was widely reported. Langston Wirtz put it out there last week, returning to Butler, at least in an interim role, maybe for a season or who knows. But tell me how this transition back into being the head football coach is going for you.
It's like riding a bike. I mean, it really is. Once kind of made the decision I was going to step back in, probably had 90% of the staff together within like 5 or 10 minutes, and just able to jump right back into our routines and our schedules. And that's the great thing about having a staff like that knows me and knows how I like to do things. And like I said, we've already had our framework, so it's just a matter of getting that stuff put back up and getting the kids into it.
You speak about the kids. What's the reception from the players, the people here in the community, here in the school, to have you back?
Yeah, it's been exciting. It's been exciting. Big thing though that they need to understand, and Coach Newsom came out and talked to the team last week too, that that I don't have any magic potion, magic beads, anything like that. Like, we still have to work like we always did. It's just a matter of it's now we're going to do things the way that I've always done them, and we not just me, but the way we've always done them here at Butler.
I know you did a lot of media stuff the past year. You worked with us on Talking Preps. I know you did some work with Bay Hackle. You had an opportunity to see a lot of teams, visit practices, things like that. I know you're the wily old veteran and kind of, the dean of coaches here in this city. But do you feel like you learned any new tricks in your year away?
Yeah, it wasn't so much about learning new tricks, but just seeing, how people practice and just reinforcing a lot of thoughts that, I always had anyway. Because one thing I always wondered was, what do other people do? I mean, obviously being here for 2 decades, this is the only team I've ever seen practice. So it was important for me to just see the structure other people set up and how they go about doing things. So no, it just reinforced to me how important it is to have that structure, to be disciplined, with your time and how you're doing things, and, what you're working on.
Wow. Well, Coach, I appreciate you letting me stop by and just kind of reacquaint ourselves, and it's good to see you back in the saddle here. I know that you'll do a lot of hard work, and the kids will appreciate it. But best of luck this season.
For sure. Thank you, Chris.
Yes, sir.